So when you say you're colorblind, are you to certain colors? Then I take
Green,
it.
red,
Okay.
whatever they say the eye doctor says. I know when I don't have glasses on, I learned to memorize the stoplights.
Okay.
You know, where the red is the far left and green is far right.
Does it get a little bit better when you wear glasses?
Yeah, a little bit.
Cool. That's cool. So we're sitting here at Inner Jam down by the river. This is the Live and Amplified Indie Fusion podcast. I'm your host, Tom Quiet. We've got Presley Haile, Nick Brumley. Glad to have you all here.
Hey,
Thanks
man,
for having us.
Glad. I've been actually when Dustin told me you were playing, and actually he had told me before he had released the single that y'all did together. He told me that he had a new song with you coming out, Presley Haile, and that I should get you on the podcast. And I'm like, I'm almost positive I've had her on the podcast because I went through like a phase where I was just doing a whole bunch of like Texas artists and stuff, and then I went back to my archives and I was like, nope, never done that one before. So, it's great to have you on and sit down and chat a little bit. So
Yeah, man, happy to be here.
awesome. So, where are y'all based out of? Fort Worth, or where are you guys?
We live in Hamilton right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's about an hour and a half south of Fort Worth.
Okay.
And about an hour and 15 northwest of Waco.
Yes. Yeah.
About an hour and a half north of Austin.
Yep.
We're an hour and a half away from
So you're like the literal right in the middle between Waco.
We're right in the center of Texas, pretty much.
Nice.
So
So you're
it's nice.
actually in Central Texas.
Yes.
We're like the northern cusp of
Yes. Yeah.
central
Kind of
Texas.
the northern edge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
The farther south you go, the more central it gets.
Fair. Because, Waco likes to claim that they're Central Texas, and I'm like, look at the map. In what degree are you center of anything?
Yeah.
They're
Not quite there.
They're a little off, anyways.
They're a little off. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I live there. I'm sorry. It's all good. I'm not from there, so I can't say I'm like a Wacoan by any stretch of the imagination. But
Waco in.
I enjoy. I mean, they got a guitar center there. We stop by there, driving through.
Yeah.
When we head back to East Texas sometimes.
nice. So are y'all born and raised in Hamilton, or?
So I was born in Plano, but I've lived in Hamilton. Kind of. It's been always my home base where I come back to. Moved around a lot. But Nick, you're from Farmersville, technically.
Well, I was born in Midland,
Okay.
and then grew up in Farmersville in
You from Midland?
Midland, yeah. But I wasn't there long enough to even call myself a West Texan.
Yeah.
But then I claim East Texas. That whole area has been real good to me, and I was in Marshall most of my life, so
Yeah.
I claim Marshall, Texas.
Nice. So do you get ostracized wearing that LSU hat around here?
No, man. Actually, I ran into a guy wearing an Arkansas shirt.
Yeah.
Where were we?
Where was that? I'm not sure. Somewhere on the way.
It was on the way here somewhere, and we were real cordial, real nice to each other, and we're playing each other today.
Nice.
So, I told him I was like, I'm usually an Arkansas fan until
They play.
today.
Yeah.
So,
Fair enough. I have the same thing with Green Bay Packer fans.
okay.
Yeah.
So, are you a Packer fan?
I'm a Bears fan.
You're a Bears
I'm
fan.
a Bears fan. Don't-
Wow, I've never met like a Bears fan actually. It's cool.
Which is so funny because there's so many people from Chicago that I've met in the Southwest. They got tired of those winners, and it's like, I'm going somewhere where they were fooled. Winners exist here, but they think winners don't exist here. So,
Are you from the Midwest?
Yeah, I'm from Chicago. I lived
Nice.
there 22 years. So.
That's awesome.
We're going up to St. Paul, Minneapolis,
Oh, nice.
in Minnesota. Yeah, next week. Next
Next week.
weekend we're playing up there.
Make sure you pack your parkas.
That's
Yeah,
what I
no
hear.
kidding.
I hear it's kind of last year when we were up there it was like perfect.
Yeah.
But I hear it's a little chilly right now.
Chilly.
Yeah.
Break out the coats.
I mean, it's one of those things where all year round at some point it's going to get cold because it's like at nighttime it'll get down into like the 40s, and it's like, that's too much for me.
I can handle it when the sun goes down. It's
Yeah.
during the day. If it's cold during the day, like I'm not a happy camper.
Yeah, I get that.
Very fair. So you guys are getting ready to play here in a little bit at In a Jam. This is your first year playing, or?
Second, we missed last year, but we were here the year before that.
Okay, gotcha. I was here that third year, but I was only here for like a day and a half, and then last year I was here all weekend. And
Nice.
I'll be here all the weekend this year.
Man, it's
so.
such a cool vibe.
Yeah.
And, like, all the musicians are so kind. Everybody here is so kind.
Yeah.
And, like, I heard, like, so we just showed up today, and I hear, like, everyone's been jamming till 7 in the
5,
morning.
7 in the morning. Yeah.
What, you couldn't tell when you came in and people at
It was like a
3
ghost
p.m.
town.
3 p.m. people are crawling out of their freaking cabins.
Well, we had to get
Oh,
up
yeah.
at 7 this morning because we played Shreveport last night.
Uh-huh.
And so we had to get up early and hit the road because we had this earlier set. And about halfway there, we decided we're not going to drive back. I think we're going to stick around and party a little bit. So
Nice.
looking forward to that.
Yeah,
Nice.
me too.
Cool. Yeah, it'll be a good time. So hit the jam circle and all that fun stuff.
If I make it that far, I may be,
If I make it that
Is it-
very sleepy-eyed. By
We
then.
just got here.
Isn't that all? Isn't that always the curse or what? Like,
Well, I don't think I've ever, we play Larry Joe Taylor Fest.
yeah,
And Rhymes and Vines and stuff, and that's the thing is the campfire jams
Yeah.
and stuff. But I think I've only made 2.
And I feel
And
like they were both
4
against your
years.
will.
They were both against my will. I was
You were drug
stumbling
out
back
there.
to the camper, and they're like, "Come sit down."
We
I was
wanted to
like,
hang with
"Okay."
you, Nick.
Yeah, I couldn't function then.
Well, see, this year they got me over in the next camp over in they call them the dry cabins or whatever, and there's fire pits everywhere, and I was like, cool, like I could probably start like a jam circle there, and I don't have to go nowhere. Like
Yeah.
when I'm done, I'm done. I'm gonna just turn in,
bed.
Go to bed.
and no,
That doesn't happen.
it doesn't happen.
You end up
So
staying up, huh?
it's just like, we got a couple of musicians staying next to me, and I'm like, okay, that'd be cool. But then I realized, like, everybody that's staying in those dry cabins right there, they're all, like, workers, and they actually have to, like, sleep at some point because they have to be up at 9 a.m.
Those are the ones you want to be around.
Yeah?
That's the ones you want to camp with.
Fair.
You're on a schedule
On a
then.
schedule.
Yeah. You're trying at least, right?
Yeah, trying, man.
So, what are y'all working on music-wise right now? Are you releasing stuff together independently? Like, where are you kind of at?
We both do independent. I'm working on an album right now, and Nick, you just released one in April.
Yeah, I released one in April, and also played with Race Ricketts.
Nice.
Play bass for him, which I thoroughly enjoy, and play with her whenever she allows me.
Whenever you want to, more like.
But yeah, she's got a record coming out, so it's been fun working on that.
Nice.
I'm really looking forward to
Yeah.
it dropping.
And Nick's had a lot to do with it. A lot of the songs on the record, have passed under his hand, you
Yeah.
know. And he's playing on every single one of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Are you recording those in Texas, or are you going out to, like...
I'm doing it in Texas, so I record in Dripping Springs.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. How do you like it there?
I love it.
Every year I tell myself I'm going to go to the Dripping Springs Songwriter Fest, but it always seems to collide with this festival.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
Oh yeah, it is going on.
Yeah.
I've heard great things about the festival, but I've never been to that one.
I want to say Zach Aaron.
Oh, really?
playing it.
Nice. That doesn't surprise me.
I know.
That's great.
They bring in a lot of musicians from Nashville. Like, they get a lot of Nashville musicians that come in.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big deal, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot. They got a lot of songwriters that come in through there.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
I remember the first year I came here, I had like 5 musicians that were like, hey, I'm going to be near you. Like, Dripping Springs is near Waco. Maybe,
Well, to them, a lot of people aren't familiar with the size of Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, yes, 3 hours isn't a bad trip. Like, don't get me wrong, but
It's not an easy day.
Yeah, it's
you
not
can
an-
help it. Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
great. Like where I was in Marshall and East Texas, in 3 hours, I can be in Mississippi
yeah,
through Louisiana. So you're
That's
going
crazy.
across the state. 3 hours, you're in the center of Arkansas.
yeah.
But then when we moved to Central Texas, 3 hours is nothing, and you're
Yeah.
still in Texas.
What? That's how it was when we were out in New Mexico. Like, I lived in New Mexico for 4 years, and just to go anywhere, it was 3 hours. Like, unless if you needed to go to like a doctor, like a special doctor, or get something specific that you couldn't get at like Walmart, you were driving 3 hours to Albuquerque, to whatever it is to Lubbock, 3 hours to Las Cruces, and it was just like, yeah,
We like to we go to Ruidoso quite a bit, which
Yeah.
I've heard they've opened back up. Thank
Yeah.
goodness. That was awful.
yeah. I had a lot of friends displaced on that one. That was
Really?
Oh, I
Yeah,
hate
it
that,
was-
man.
it was. We've had we had 2 friends that were up there. They were able to, save their homes and stuff.
Yeah.
But man, there's a lot of people. It was a terrible thing, and then they got the fires out, and then they had all that rain.
Yeah,
And
I
then
mean,
the floods, like
they're expecting the flooding to go on for like till when? It's been like a few years they're
Yeah.
expecting it, but
Yeah.
we don't have to talk about all that.
No, yeah, no,
Poor
no.
guys.
well,
It-
we're thinking about y'all.
Yeah.
That's all we're
Thinking
trying to
about
say.
Yeah,
y'all.
yeah. It was, but so what are you guys doing like show wise right now? Are you playing pretty consistently, or is this more like a one-off thing, or
No, we actually played with Daryl Scott
okay?
last night in Shreveport, which was amazing. And then we'll head back tomorrow and gear up to head up to Minnesota. So we got a show in Des Moines with Martin Zeller, and Des Moines, and then St. Paul, Minneapolis for 3 days, and then whatever. There's a lot.
Yeah. At least you're getting that northern trip done before the weather goes super crazy.
No kidding.
You
Yeah,
know, it's
I'm with you.
like, you know, the Midwest is like such a great music hub.
Yeah.
You know, they've been so good to us the times we played up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're fans of songwriters, so we
Yeah.
seemed to fit right in. And they took us in. I remember we were up there last October, a year ago, and we were walking around just in our normal get-up gear.
I was wearing a
and,
cowboy hat and some
Yeah.
boots and a denim jacket.
Yeah, I had like a felt hat on, just normal get up, and they thought we were trick or treating.
It was really close to Halloween, but we had somebody be like, "Oh my gosh, like, are y'all trick or treating?"
Trick or treating? That's so cute.
It's
We're
like,
like,
no,
Trick or treating, and y'all are like,
grown,
yeah,
We're grown.
grown folk.
We're grown.
It's
But-
like, I mean, I do remember back when I was a young kid, there was always like 19, 20-year-olds that were out trick or treating, like a bunch of crazy people back in the 90s.
Yeah.
But
hey
yeah.
man, I'm not opposed to it. You
Going
may not-
trick or treating?
Oh, I'd
I
do
don't
it.
need to go trick or treating.
You don't want the free candy?
I don't need the free candy. We can take our dogs trick or treating. Get them some milk.
Wouldn't
butter
that
or
be the
something.
scam?
Oh
Wouldn't that
man,
be like? Oh, we're not trick or treating. The dogs.
dog-
they are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though they can't eat the candy, that's for us. But
Yeah.
It would be sweet going from door to door and then getting a bunch of dog treats.
they would love that.
Yeah, but then they wouldn't be able to get to the fourth house because they'd be so throwing up dog.
They'd be so
bones.
worn out.
That's funny. That's amazing. But I've really enjoyed the conversation. I don't want to keep you all too long because I know you got to. What time you guys planning here today?
3:45.
3:45. Awesome. I'll make sure I slip out there for a little bit and catch your set.
Well, thanks,
Appreciate
man.
it,
Really
Tom.
excited.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
man.
no, thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you guys play Waco at all? Consistently?
Not really. Race has played there a couple of times,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, we played the backyard with Race with Mike Ryan,
Okay.
and us no, I don't think we have. We do go to that food court though. It's pretty awesome.
oh yeah, Union
Oh,
Square,
Union
Union
Smith.
Hall.
Union
Well,
Hall.
they have Union Hall. They opened up another one. I think it might be called like Union Square or something.
Okay, nice.
There's because they've opened up 2 of them now,
Good deal.
and there was talks about a 3rd one.
Oh wow, so many.
Like it's just one. It's part of the whole deal where they're trying to incentivize like new businesses to open up, and a deal like that where it's a little bit more rent controlled and like people are coming there for food, and it's in like a downtown setting. You know.
Yeah.
Cool.
And the food's always phenomenal
Well,
there. Like,
so many choices. Like
Yeah.
just walk in circles,
Yeah.
and then finally, like, all right,
that sounds good.
I'm gonna get a beer. For
And I know one of them is set up or setting up to have like live music. Like they have like
Oh,
a little
cool.
stage set up somewhere in like a common area, which that'll be really cool. Really good
Nice.
for Waco to kind of bring their scene back together a
Yeah.
little bit. So
No, totally.
but
Super cool.
awesome. So if anybody wants to check out your music, any of that fun stuff, where's the best place to find you?
Yeah, so I have a website. It's presleyhaile.com, and anywhere on social media, Facebook, Instagram, it's just Presley Haile. And any streaming platforms, I'm out there, Presley Haile.
Likewise, got a website, nickbrumley.com, and all the links to the music is on there. So
Nice, awesome.
yeah, we're stepping up our.
Stepping up.
Nice.
We're getting pro
We're
one day at a time.
We're official. We have a website.
You're getting super official.
We're getting
Yeah.
super official.
One last question here before we wrap this up. After you play your set tonight, what are you looking forward to? Who are you looking forward to seeing play tonight?
I'm just looking forward to hanging out. You know, it's fun to play music, but it's also fun to hang out with the other
Yeah.
musicians. You know, I'm looking forward to just because we don't get to see each other often.
Yeah.
It's through passing or something like this, so it's fun to get together and just kind of fellowship for a little while. You know.
Absolutely.
And the atmosphere is so great just to listen
Yeah.
to live music and hang out with your friends.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Because everybody's been asking me how to describe this, and it's like, it's a music festival for songwriters, by songwriters, yes, on the surface, but to me, realistically, it's a family reunion that
Yeah.
just
Yeah, for
happens
sure.
to play music.
Yeah.
Like, music is the entertainment, so.
Totally.
And shout out to Dustin
yeah,
Brown
no
for
kidding. Yeah.
putting this all together and inviting us back. You know, he's a great dude, and we're very, you know, it's a pleasure to know him.
Yeah,
You know.
that's cool. He's a good dude, very solid dude.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Got a lot of respect for that man, so.
No, likewise.
But appreciate y'all. Thank you for joining us.
No, thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
Tom.
man.
Yeah.
This is a blast.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we will
Thank
catch y'all
y'all.
later. Cool. We're good.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, thank you.